Joining me now is the man who helped President Obama pen his speech for the Selma anniversary, former director of speechwriting, Cody Keenan. He is also the author of the incredible book, Grace, President Obama and 10 Days in the Battle for America. Cody, thank you so much for being with us. It must be surreal to see your words on that building behind us.
Ironically, there are no words for it. I'm having trouble finding them, but just the fact that my kids are going to get to see that someday, the fact that everybody gets to get back together for something like this today, it's incredible. And writing with Barack Obama was always a collaboration. You know, we were always building something together, so whatever you see up there, that's his.
Well, he famously always said he was a better speechwriter than his speechwriter, so what a humbling task to have before you. You've written about all of these speeches that you collaborated on with the president, but I'm especially touched by the speech is now a part of the museum. It's not really a speech, in fact. It is the eulogy of President Obama's for Reverend Pinckney that is commemorated inside. You had a lot of time to think about those specific remarks. And then the president sort of made a game time decision. I want to play a little bit of that moment if we have it.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
There are times when words do not suffice. Talk me up to the moments leading up to that moment.
You know, that was a speech where, for the first time ever, he tore up half of what I gave him and rewrote it in about 3 hours. And where he left off in my draft was the phrase "Amazing Grace." He took the lyrics, he built a structure for the rest of the speech, and then we were flying Marine One on the morning of the speech. It was just after he'd spoken in the Rose Garden on the Supreme Court ruling in favor of marriage equality. So there's this dichotomy of, you know, overwhelming joy on our way to, you know, real sadness. And on Marine One, he just stood up and said, you know, if it feels right, I might sing it, and then got off. And I was like, you do you, man. You know, that is not the type of thing a speechwriter writes in there and tells him to do.
Right. And today, a big task before the former president to encapsulate both a legacy that is now enshrined in this building, to push that message into the future. The former president himself said last night, nostalgia ain't it, you can't rely on it, but also to give people a much needed dose of hope in this moment. What do you think we hear from the president today?
Yeah, you know, hope's an important thing, and it's not just, as he said all the way back and when he was first running for office, it's not blind optimism, you know, it's a hope that kind of makes you want to roll up your sleeves. That's what people are going to see here. And presidential centers come along not very often, but this one's different. This is something people are hungry for right now, and it's all wrapped up in, you know, 40 years of his life here in Chicago, beginning as a community organizer, trying to convince people that they actually had the power to take on the city and win. He taught them that he could. He wrapped it up in this campaign that we all joined him to work on, and that's what took us through the White House. So people come here. This is the antidote to cynicism.
Cody Keenan, I'm so grateful to you and for your time. Thank you so much for being with us, and congratulations. What an incredible moment for you.